tournament was standard fare. But over the last 2 seasons, the veteran duo of Mike Dodd and Mike Whitmarsh have combined to make life interesting on the tour. No longer was it Karch and Kent and everyone else. Adam Johnson and Randy Stoklos were the 3rd team in the mix. The rising young star who was the king of the beach and the grizzled veteran who seemingly was around from day one. 1995 was different. Last summer was a season of splits. After a quick start on the winter tour, the Johnson-Stoklos team didn't heat up in the summer. Johnson took on the flashy Brazilian Jose Loiola as his partner, and he blended well with AJ. A shoulder injury took Kent Steffes out of action, and Karch went with Scott Akatubby as his sidekick. They still were able to claim some first-place checks, but Steffes' shoulder has seemingly healed, and he's back with Karai. The memories of winter are still with us, and it's not quite over just yet. It's not quite summertime, but it's enough for us to think about it. So get up and get busy, because we're going to have a ton of fun. The beach comes indoors of Madison Square Garden, and we hope you focus your attention on us. Madison Square Garden Network presents the Evian Indoor Pro Beach Volleyball Championships. Final of the Evian Indoor Championships. Karch Karai, Kent Steffes taking on Adam Johnson and Jose Loiola. And time now to go to Sam Lagana for our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world's most famous arena as Madison Square Garden brings us the men's championship of the Evian Indoor Volleyball Championship. It's the AVP at MSG. And now let's meet the players on the championship court. This gentleman comes to us from Victoria Beach in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. $502,000 career dollars in 5 wins. Currently ranked number 6 in the world, Jose Loiola. This gentleman, his partner, eclipsed the 1 million mark in prize money with 19 career wins. Out of the University of Southern California and Laguna Beach, currently ranked number 5 in the world, AJ Adam Johnson.
Y'all ready for this?
Their opposition. From Pacific Palisades, California, out of UCLA, 76 career wins, $1.7 million in prize money, currently ranked number 12 in the world, Kent Steffes! His teammate out of San Clemente, California and UCLA, 110 career wins, over $2 million in prize money, currently ranked number 1 in the world, Karch Karai! $31,500 to first place in this battle. This is the Evian Indoor Men's Championship.
And we're all ready to get going here at Madison Square Garden. Karch Karai, Kent Steffes taking on the team of Adam Johnson, the man they call AJ, and Jose Loiola, better known as Loiola. Gus Johnson, Kirk Kilgore. This should be a good one.
Should be a great one. These are the 2 best teams on the beach the end of last year, except for Kent Steffes' injury. These are the 2 best teams right now early in the season, without a doubt.
And early in the season, they've already met each other once.
They've met each other 1 time. Karai, Steffes, they came out on top. You have to watch here. Really, the thing to watch for is Kent Steffes' shoulder. Had surgery on it, went through the rehab. It was not as strong as he had been before. He is back, it looks like.
They met each other at the Evian Indoor in Washington, D.C., the first tournament of the season. Johnson serving. Here's Karai. And he comes up with the early kill. Karch Karai
He's done it all, Gus. What can you say?
Had 12 AVP wins in 1995, has earned over $2 million in prize money on the tour. The 1995 AVP MVP. It's Kent Steffes serving. Loiola setting for Adam Johnson. He fires it over. AJ.
Adam Johnson, very quick arm swing, gets up, snaps the ball, moves it around. All four of these players, accomplished indoor players, helps you a lot when you face that block.
Adam Johnson, the 93 AVP best defensive player. No score in the men's championship. Here's Steffes setting for Karai. Rejected at the net, but Jose Loiola unable to play it over.
Karsh Karai here with a pink hat. Set goes up right where he wants it. Loiola reads it. Off the hands and down.
Karai jump serve. Adam Johnson. Here's AJ going cross court.
I believe the advantage of one team has one. It's the serving of Johnson and Loiola. They are a better serving team. If they serve tough, they can win.
As you take a look at Adam Johnson, led USC to three straight NCAA tournament appearances. And he serves it out of bounds here.
Watch the jump servers. If they get off hot, they are real hard to beat. You get that confidence build up every time you serve. All four of these players will jump serve.
Here's Kent Steffes down the line for the point. Kent Steffes had been bothered by the shoulder injury. Didn't look like it here.
Showing here he's still got the jumper. Look at that ball curve away right on the line. Perfect serve.
Steffes missed 13 events in 95 due to that shoulder injury. Here's Loiola, and he has it rejected, but Karch Karai didn't get enough of the ball, and he couldn't get it over the net. So Jose Loiola, the Brazilian-born player, superstar in Brazil, decided to come over to the United States and try his hand here on the AVP.
Well, volleyball hugely successful in Brazil. Crowds of 130,000 in soccer stadiums. Beach game very popular and growing every day.
And Karai serving into the net, so we begin this match with some early jitters by both teams, especially on the serving side. The team of Karai and Steffes up 1-0. Steffes.
Nice play on two by Kent Steffes. I'm going to watch him very closely. I haven't seen him since he's been back with the time off in his shoulder. I want to see if he's got the power still that he had before the shoulder problems.
Kent Steffes, 6'4", 210, been on the tour for 7 years. And he serves it out of bounds there.
Hard to believe it's been that long. Remember when he's a great young player. He's still the youngest player. He and Adam are both young players, very strong. Loiola's young. There's a lot of young new talent coming up. Karai's always just been the best, so that's nice.
Karai, 34 years old, and he spikes and kills there. Adam Johnson unable to dig it out.
Karsh Karai does everything well, has no weakness in his game. And the thing he does best, he's a consummate team player. Everybody that steps on the court with him instantly becomes a winner.
Here's Johnson. A joust at the net. Advantage goes to Johnson.
Steffes has two hands up in the joust. Johnson won. Usually the smaller player will win these jousts because you hit the ball last.
Our score still 1-0. Karch Karai, Kent Steffes leading. Here's Johnson, jump serve, down the line. Nice dig by Karai. He plays it over. Loiola with a hand on it. Goes cross court. Steffes right there. Steffes going cross court, and he won't miss.
Play right there is a good show. You cannot indoors. You have 4 touches. If the ball hits the block, doesn't count as a touch. On the beach, it counts as a touch. Player must set it after the block touches the play. Nice cross court shot by Steffes.
Kent Steffes, $1.7 million in career earnings.
Again, not bad work for weekends.
Adam Johnson there, though, side out for the Loiola Johnson team.
Not a bad way to make a living. Go out in some of the best cities in the world in the sun. Get to wear shorts to work.
And speaking of money, last season, these are the prize earnings. As you take a look at Karch Karai at the top of the list, close to $400,000. Mike Whitmarsh and Adam Johnson following Karch.
Money divided up a little more last year because there were some partner changes with Steffes out. Karai tried a few different people. Adam Johnson got together with Loiola. He had played with Anginho, his Brazilian teammate, his whole career in the United States. They made the switch, and it's been a good switch for Loiola.
So far, AJ has 5 kills. Jump serve here down the line. Karai right there. And he goes to the deepest part of the court and keeps it in bounds.
Beach game is a game of siding out. The team that sides out the longest and the most will win the match. You have to play steady to beat Steffes and Karai. They will not beat themselves.
Still 1-0. Steffes serving into the net.
See these players jump servers, and I can hear the fans out there going, oh, they missed so many of those serves. It's a high-risk serve, but you need to put these passers in trouble. These players pass too well, set too well, and they crush the ball. That's why they go to that jump serve.
Here's Loiola continuing to serve right at Karch Karai, and he had the rejection.
It's known as the roof. The shingles got out. He got out his hammer, and he put the shingles up for the roof. Here it is. He reads it perfectly. He reaches with his right hand, stuffs that ball straight down.
Steffes setting for Karai. Great dig by Adam Johnson. He plays it over but can't get it over the tape.
That hurts against a team like Karai Steffes. When you get your scoring opportunities, you need to score. Great dig by Adam Johnson. Good set. You have to keep the ball in, but hard.
As you take a look at AJ, and there's Karch Karai. 4-time U.S. national team MVP. Led the U.S. team to the gold medal during the '84 and the '88 Olympics. Loiola. Great dig by Karai. And Steffes finishes it off in grand fashion.
Well, here it is. Nice set. Goes up. Big dig. Karch Karai, the best, if not ever, one of the great diggers of all time. Sets it up for Steffes to kill.
2-1 our score. And Adam Johnson changing speeds.
Looking for hand, going for the tool. Took out his hammer chisel and tooled off that block.
I love the terminology in volleyball. You guys are pretty
in here,
sharp
Gus.
there.
You know, you baseball player, basketball guys.
Have to steal some of that stuff. So here's Adam Johnson serving. His team down 2-1. Played over by Karai. Loiola, and he comes up with the big hit.
That's the smart play. Adam Johnson, ball's passed over. He's at the net, puts it up to the big jumper, Loiola. He goes up. Karch Karai, nothing to do but bump this over. Free ball, if you will. Adam Johnson says, I got my big partner here. Let him hit the ball. Nice play.
Jose Loiola, one of the highest vertical jumps on the tour, over 40.
Well, he's up there in the mid-40s. Jumps very high, gets out of the sand. It's incredible. If you've ever been in the sand, just go for a walk, you lose your breath. Try jumping for an hour and a half.
So to put things in perspective, a 40-inch vertical in terms of basketball, how far is that getting up?
Well, really, you're looking at the top of the square above the rim. Rim's 10 feet. You're looking at 11 feet. These guys are playing at 11 and a half feet.
Steffes. Johnson setting up Loiola, and he comes up with the cross-court shot.
I like Adam Johnson's reaction. Watch if you can see after the set here on the replay. Adam Johnson doesn't like his set too much. He goes, Loiola, nice little off-speed shot. He called it wrong. These players are talking to each other the whole time. Go cross-court, go line. You have to listen to your partner.
We're tied up at 2. Karai down the line. Adam Johnson, what a great dig. And we get a net ball. Looks like somebody touched the net. Discrepancy here. Loiola Johnson not happy with the call.
Well, I think they're going to have a talk here. Marvin Hall, the head referee, he called a net on Adam Johnson. and he's being overruled. It's too bad because they all made great plays. You hate to see a replay, but probably better. Let's see if he hits it. Goes up, comes down. He did hit it on the way down, but he's saying that incidental, I guess. He did hit the thing with his shirt, but there is an incidental call now on the nets. If it has nothing to do with the play, they should let him go.
So the score remains tied at 2 apiece. Here's Loiola with the ace.
The I got it, you take it, nobody plays it, ace.
Jose Loiola finding success in the center of the court, and they jump out to a 3-2 advantage. Kaufman standing by with Mike Whitmarsh.
Well, Mike is here with us because he unfortunately lost to Karch and Kent in semifinals this afternoon. When they play together, they make so few mistakes. You think they can be beat tonight?
This is going to be a close final. We played really well against Karch for half the game, but then the second half of the game, we didn't play very well at all. But I think this one's going to go down to the wire.
Well, it's early. Tell us what kind of 96 season you're looking for.
Hopefully, Mike and I can have another good year this year, but we have to wait and see what happens. It's going to be a big year in volleyball with the Olympics coming up, so hopefully we'll do well.
All right, King of the Beach next for you?
Right, King of the Beach, March 8th in Las Vegas.
All right, let's go back to Gus. Thanks, Mike.
Great play by Loiola, and he comes up with the block.
Boy, these teams are right in there. Mike Whitmarsh talking about a big year. It's a huge year. Olympics in Atlanta, the first time for the Beach. What a great rally all the way around. Players diving off the net. Great play by Adam Johnson. Takes it from underneath the other side, gets it over. Loiola just can't block it, but a great rally.
Karch Karai serving, and he comes up with the ace. Caught Adam Johnson on his heels, and Johnson unable to recover. That ties the score up at 3.
Tough cross-court jump serve. The ball just dies on you. You really have no chance to get there.
This time he goes at Loiola, and Loiola puts it away.
Early book on Johnson Loiola was serve Johnson and test Loiola's setting. They've gone a little bit away from that. They're starting to go at Loiola more because Adam Johnson really is a great passer and hitter.
Tie score 3 apiece now in men's action. There is a time clock. They play to 15, or the first one, the team with the most points rather, after 9 minutes.
Well, it's a 9-minute rally clock, if you will. The clock goes as the ball's in play, stops as soon as the ball hits the ground.
So Kent Steffes back to serve.
Really, so far, a match the way I expected it. Very close early. If Loiola and Johnson can stay with them the whole match, it's going to be very close.
Johnson again down the line.
Loiola and Johnson beat Karch Karai and Kent Steffes 15-4 last year in one match. So they can do it when they get hot.
I'm sure that's a match that these guys certainly remember.
Well, they'd like to forget. I'm sure Loiola and Johnson remember it.
Here's Loiola serving to Karch Karai. Steffes with the set. And he puts it away.
Karch Karai, extremely disciplined athlete, has a personal trainer. Most of these players do now. They train year-round. They lift weights. They run. In the old days, we just used to go out and play.
Here's Karai. Johnson right down the center of the court.
Of course, Gus, I might say in the old days, we weren't playing for any money.
Speaking of money, we told you about how Karch Karai has earned over $2 million on the tour. Well, endorsement-wise, he does pretty well also.
Well, he's right up in the top scale for sure. He's, you know, there's no real valid numbers running around, but I'd say he's making a few mil here and there. Probably the most recognizable volleyball player in the history of the game.
The operative words being a few mil. 3-3 still our score. Adam Johnson trying to stick a hand out.
Karch is really the total package. Adam Johnson, a great young player, but Karch Karai, great family man. He's with his kids all the time, his wife Janet. He is really a complete human, very smart, biochemistry major at UCLA. He just really is a complete player.
Great serve by Kent Steffes.
I like what I see so far in Kent Steffes' shoulder, not showing a lot of problems with it at all. Not as hard probably as he used to hit, but that'll come back.
94, the team of Steffes and Karai at 17 wins. And they tied the all-time consecutive wins mark in 1992 with 13 straight. Here's Loiola. Steffes to Karai.
See the big angle. Karsh Karai still gets out of the sand. Big jump. He's a 40-inch jumper. Good arm swing. 1-1 goes cross court for the kill.
Four-time All-American at UCLA. Here's Johnson. And what a block by Kent Steffes. Johnson trying to change speeds, but Steffes right there.
Well, he reads it all the way. Adam Johnson, good set. He just eases up. Kent Steffes reads it, stuffs it down.
5-3 now. Karai, Steffes trying to extend their lead. Here's Loiola setting up Johnson. Great dig by Karch Karai. Joust at the net. The advantage this time will go to Adam Johnson and Jose Loiola.
Action in the net happens very quickly. Jose Loiola, very enthusiastic player like many of the Brazilians. He gets up, puts his arm up, reads it. He has to move very quickly here. Things happen quickly at the net. Johnson puts it up. Loiola stuffs it down on the joust.
Johnson serving. Karai will set up Steffes this time. Goes cross court.
Certainly so far not a good sign for Loiola and Johnson. I give the serving edge to Karai and Steffes so far.
Well, you take a look at Adam Johnson on your left, Jose Loiola on your right. Kent Steffes teeing it up. We'll go at Johnson this time. Punches it into the corner.
Goes with a knuckler that time. Ball tied on top of the net. They call it a trap set when you get stuffed. Adam Johnson reaches up, knuckles the ball into the corner. Nice save.
Side out. So far, AJ 9 kills, 4 digs. And Karch Karai responding and answering side out.
Loiola Johnson going at Karsh Karai right now. They're serving him more often. Good set by Steffes. Karai just powers the ball through the block.
5-3, 5:21 to go. Here's Karai once again. Loiola setting up Johnson. Adam Johnson.
Adam Johnson with the kills. Kent Steffes followed through and netted that time. Take a look at the net. If he gets up on the net, ball goes up. Good set. Good power hit by Johnson. As he follows through, his arm just catches the net.
AJ trying to go to the deepest part of the court and pick up a line on the baseline, but this time he was unable to keep it in play.
And so far, AJ's serve has really not been a factor, and he's maybe the best server, if not the best, one of the best servers on the tour.
Here's Steffes down the line. Good play by Jose Loiola to keep it in play. He goes over the net, and with that kind of angle, it's hard to.
I thought he jumped over the net at first. He was up in the air. Nice set by Adam Johnson. Has to bump set this ball up to the middle. Loiola gets good position, stays, keeps the ball in front of him, and just pounds it down.
Here's Loiola. Change it up the serve. Almost caused some problems. Here's Johnson. Kent Steffes could only protect himself there. Johnson with a fireball. 5-4 now. Loiola, Johnson trailing by 1. Kent Steffes.
Sort of get an idea why these players like to block. Get a good set like that. Kent Steffes, bad shoulder or not, is going to pound this ball straight down. Good pass. That's the key. Great hands. Karsh Karai, as soft a hands as there is. Just a pound by Kent Steffes. No block up. Can't dig him.
There's Karai. Knuckle ball. Great dive by Adam Johnson. Here's Karai again, and Johnson digs it out once again. Johnson over the net, and it's blocked by Kent Steffes. 6-4 our score, 4:44 to go in the Evian Indoor Men's Championship here at the Garden.
MSG.
And welcome back to Madison Square Garden, where our score, Karch Karai, Kent Steffes on top 6-4. And the officials in volleyball, they're unlike most officials. This is Marvin.
Marvelous Marvin Hall, the dancing referee. Crowds love him. Marvin gets out there. He can move it.
Nye's got to sprint and get back to his position.
And believe me, sprinting for Marvin's a big deal.
To call the match. Marvin has not missed a whole lot of meals in his day. Little windy. Look at Big Marv.
Can he blow the whistle? That's the question mark here.
All right. Here's Karch Karai. Jump serve to Adam Johnson. Loiola with the set. Here's Johnson. Tipped. Side out. AJ. And AJ. Can he play it over? And he does. Karch Karai, Kent Steffes. Great teamwork, but Loiola comes up with the point.
Well, great rundown. Good play by Steffes and Karai, but you give the other team a free ball. They put it up and they pound it. The key here is Adam Johnson, his first really good serve, tough serve in the match, and it earns him a point. Great rundown by Steffes. Karai gets it over, but Loiola just buries it to end the play.
Jose Loiola, the 93 AVP Rookie of the Year. Here's Karai with the blast.
Here it is again, not a good pass. Two good serves in a row by Johnson. That's a good sign. Karai goes up, ball should be dug. Loiola gets stuck backing up and he can't dig it.
6-5, 3:02 to go. Loiola, and it's blocked and out of bounds.
Karch Karai showed he was going to take away cross court, moved his hands to the outside down the line, almost got that play.
So Loiola will go back to serve. You see the intensity on his eyes as he tees it up. Karai diving, and he can't keep it in play. And Jose Loiola ties the score up at 6 apiece.
Always brings back memories when Karch Karai goes toward that sideline. Last year he dove in a thing, was out for about 3 weeks. He hurt himself, and they were worried about his liver, his kidneys, and they made him stay out after he hit one of those banners.
Loiola out of bounds.
Had a hard year. Karch Karai also fell off the winner's stand getting a trophy. Fell about 4 feet, had to sit out a week for that. He never has been hurt in his whole career, and last summer he got hurt a couple times.
Got a little klutzy on us. Fortunately, he's okay in competing here at Madison Square Garden. Diving dig by Adam Johnson, and he goes over the net.
Well, that's a great serve received by Adam Johnson. He dives into the middle. Loiola gives him a nice easy set. Adam Johnson off the block. Watch how fast Adam Johnson has to move. That ball's flying. He gets there, perfect pass up. Loiola saves him with a nice high set. Adam Johnson powers by the block and down.
You don't see the old one hand with the ball and the...
Gus, I think that's back when you were playing. I think those guys would spike that as it's coming over.
Here's Steffes. You know the way we're taught in elementary school, one hand on the ball and you kind of swing it up there underhand.
Get to see it outdoors a bit when they serve the sky ball, as they call it, the moon ball, the sun ball. Through the ball in the air, they go underhand occasionally.
Punched over by Johnson, and it's in. Side out.
It was almost the Cobra. If he keeps his hand open, hits it with his end of his fingers, the old karate Cobra move into the corner.
Neither team giving any ground. We're tied at 6. Loiola.
I think time's going to play a factor in this game.
Steffes going deep in the corner. We'll see who's in shape as well. From the looks of it, both teams very well conditioned. Especially this man, Karch Karai. Here's Loiola setting up Johnson. Going down the line, plants it perfectly and neatly into the corner.
All these players really in very strong off-season lifting programs running. They go year-round now. They play all summer, plus the indoor tournaments now here in the Garden. It's great. It's really good for the game, and they stay in shape year round.
Adam Johnson back to serve. Out of bounds.
Steffes is on the line. 6-6 still the score.
2:24 to go. Score still tied at 6. And how excited are these players about competing in the Olympics?
Well, the Olympics is a huge thing. They've gone to a medal sport right away in Atlanta the first time. They're not there yet. These teams, only one team is qualified. Team of St. John Smith, the one-time long king of the beach, along with Carl Hinkle. Through the FIVB, they've qualified. Other teams are going to be fighting it out in May, about 3 weeks before the Olympics. It's going to be a dogfight for those last 2 American positions.
Still tied at 6. Jose Loiola serving. Dig by Karai. They play it over. Loiola unable to come up with the block.
I have to admit, Gus, I'm looking forward to it myself.
Now you will be calling the Olympics.
I'll be calling the beach game, and I can't believe it's where I started as a kid. Great play by Karsh Karai inside the block. I started on the beaches of Manhattan Beach, and to be able to do the first ever Olympic beach volleyball, I'm just quite honored.
Here's Steffes down the line. Excuse me, Johnson down the line.
It's too bad, really, Loiola. Jose Loiola made a decision to come to play in the AVP, and Brazilian Federation's not going to let him represent the Brazilian country because he came here to play. It's really too bad. He's a very, very strong player. He should be representing his country in the Olympics.
Adam Johnson. Here's Steffes. Diving dig by AJ. He gets it over. AJ selling out here. And Jose Loiola extremely happy with his teammates' performance.
Well, AJ doing what he does best. He was voted best defensive player last year. He does it all, runs it down one arm, gets up and puts the ball away. Loiola always fiery, loves that play.
They take a 7-6 advantage with 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining in the Evian Indoor Championship, the men's division, here at Madison Square Garden. So we get a sand timeout called by the team of Loiola and Johnson. Our score 7-6, 1:55 remaining. Can AJ and Loiola hang on? We'll see. Jose Loiola leading it.
When they're leading it, they haven't. Neither team's really been able to break loose. They're both siding out well. Loiola and Johnson really not serving all that well, which I expected more of. So they're, I'm sure, happy to be ahead right now.
Loiola with the kill. And they'll try to put some more points on the board here.
Karsh Karai, really the ultimate competitor, hates to lose. He, loves winning. Who doesn't? But he really is a great competitor and is so intense all the time. If he can win it, he will do it.
Great save by Adam Johnson. Loiola gets to it. Johnson, though, unable to play it over.
Well, AJ's got to kick himself for that. He made a great dig. Loiola made the smart set. AJ tried for too good of a shot. You don't need it to be great. After a great dig, you want to get it in and make the other team play the ball. Tried to be too good that time.
Score remains at 7-6. Johnson Loiola. And here's Karai. And we've got a timeout. And we'll be back to the Garden after this. Madison Square Garden, Adam Johnson, Jose Loiola leading 7-6 in the championship of the Evian Indoor, the second tournament of the season.
Well, I guess we've really seen good play today for this early in the year. These teams already looking in near mid-season form.
Cut shot. AJ. Side out.
AJ hasn't quite found his serve yet, and it's really hurting him so far in this match. missed way too many serves, but he's going to keep throwing it up and serving hard.
Speaking of serving hard, nice line drive there. Steffes, though, and Karch Karai sitting back waiting for it. And Steffes comes up with the kill.
Nice pass by Steffes. Karch Karai using his hands, sets the ball, sees all kinds of line, and just goes for it.
Jose Loiola trying to go cross court.
Well, he tried to go the huge cross court angle and didn't quite make it.
His error allows Kent Steffes and Karch Karai to tie this match up at 7 apiece with 1:23 to go. Loiola blocked and in! Karch Karai! 1:17 to go. Karai, Steffes, they take a 1-point lead. Coming up with the big plays, they lead at 8-7. Our American Airlines flashback takes us to Washington, D.C. earlier this year where these two teams met.
Same two teams doing the same thing, playing great defense. Adam Johnson with a dig. Karch Karai with a dig. Adam Johnson again. Look at Kent Steffes with a big dig. Great play. Again, back in the first tournament of the year, both these teams playing great defense. Cannot be played up. Karai Steffes, they win the first tournament of the year.
15-7 the score of the Evian Indoor in Washington. Right now, however, Karch Karai, Kent Steffes, after trailing.
I guarantee it's not going to be 15 in this game, Gus. It's 8-7. We got 1:17 left. These teams have really been siding out, not giving up much. Neither team really making a lot of mistakes.
After trailing, they now lead 8-7. Here's Steffes serving. Loiola setting up Johnson. Karai there for the block. Here's Loiola going cross court. Dug out though by Steffes. Steffes cross court and a winner. And put a point on the board for the team of Karch Karai and Kenny Steffes.
Great play by Kent Steffes. He gets down, digs it up. Good safe set by Karai. Steffes goes up and pounds. Big point. They get the 2-point lead. You got to win by 2.
9-7 now, down the line. Out of bounds. I noticed that a lot of times servers will try to go cross court down the line.
Well, they do both. They mix it up. They'll try and go sharp down the line, cross court. You try and go to the corners if you can.
Here's AJ, rather Loiola. AJ with the dig.
Big point that time by Loiola, and AJ read perfectly. Karch Karai tried to go over the top soft. Was played in the back row, put away. Big point for AJ and Loiola.
9-8 our score now. 55 seconds to go here in the championship. Loiola jump serve. Loiola, great dig by Karch Karai, and he finishes.
Karch Karai is a gamer, and game in, he's the man I want on the floor. Partner gets blocked, he comes flying, watch this. His partner's stuff straight down. Watch him out of nowhere, comes flying, puts down the landing gear, gets up, lights out.
Still 9-8. Johnson. That's a laser beam. .40 seconds to go in the match. You've got to win by 2. Does not look like we'll get to 15 here in the championship. Adam Johnson back to serve. Down by 1. Steffes finding the open space. Kent Steffes with the kill. That's his 11th kill of the match. Steffes Loiola lunging. And Loiola finishing.
Right over the top that time. Got his wheels up. Ball right in front of him. Karsh Kiraly reads this perfectly. Nice pass. Good set by AJ. Watch how high he gets over the top of Karsh Kiraly's block.
A little too much energy there for Jose Loiola.
I don't know about too much energy, but it was way out.
9-8 our score still. 28 seconds to go. Here's Kiraly. Jump serve. And he got a piece of the net.
Talking these big games, each play takes 6-7 seconds. Sometimes a little longer, but for the jump serve, 7-8 seconds per play. They got a long way to go in this one.
27 on the clock. 1-point game.
It's about time for AJ to have a good serve. He hasn't really had a tough one so far the whole match.
Here's Kiraly. Dug out by Adam Johnson. Here's Steffes. Time running out on the team of Adam Johnson and Jose Loiola, but they still are well into this match.
Ken Steffes perfect pass. Karsh Kiraly, both hands up, goes over. Great dig by AJ, but he just cannot keep it alive a second time.
With 16 ticks remaining on the clock. This the second tournament of the year on the AVP tour. Kiraly, Steffes winning the first in Washington, D.C. over Adam Johnson and Jose Loiola. Here's Steffes. Johnson. Loiola. Good play.
Adam Johnson said thank you. Went off speed to the cross court. Adam Johnson wasn't sure that was going to be in.
So a big possession here for Jose Loiola and Adam Johnson. Down by 11 seconds to go. They need a point. Let's see what the young Brazilian can do. Here's Steffes setting up. Kiraly! Loiola with the rejection, and we've got a tie game. Big seconds remaining.
I'll tell you, that's plenty of time for a big serve. Jose Loiola will go for it all right here.
It's all knotted up at 9. Let's see what Jose can do. Here's Kiraly. Blocked! And what a dig! Johnson with the point! Adam Johnson! Jose Loiola!
A great end that time, the big serve. Ball comes up, Adam Johnson with the big pound. What a way to end this. No time left on the clock. 6 seconds left when they go. If they would have tied, they would have gone to a 30-second sudden death. First point would have won, but it wasn't necessary. Big win by Adam Johnson and Jose Loiola.
How about that? Adam Johnson, Jose Loiola evening up the score against Karsh Kiraly and Ken Steffes. They've met twice. Each team now coming up with the tournament championship.
Well, you couldn't really ask for a better ending, Gus. Here it is, last point. That's what you want. You want the last swing with no time left. Ball goes up. Great block at the net by Loiola. He sets up Adam Johnson, pounds the ball down the line. What an ending to an incredibly good game.
So Jose Loiola and Adam Johnson take home the Evian Indoor Men's Championship right here at Madison Square Garden by a score of 10-9, and we'll be back to MSG right after this.